Hello, welcome to Z Explains BG. I am Z. We are watching the first round of the Wednesday night jackpot in my local club runs. We got Elizabeth on the bottom and Dougie on the top. I got a bye and I'm waiting on the winner of this match. So I thought I'd while away the time by commentating. So yeah, we'll see how it goes. Dougie is it looks like they're ready. It looks like they're ready to go. I don't know why Dougie is paused. Maybe he's having some internet issues. Yeah, so Dougie's a very experienced player. I think Elizabeth, she's been learning. I think, but she's more of a, I think more of an intermediate player. Although she hasn't played for a while, maybe she's gotten like really good in the last couple months. So we'll see. But I think I'll try to cater my, at least for Elizabeth's plays, I'll try to cater my commentary towards more of an intermediate level. We'll see how it goes. Okay, just playing both players playing perfectly so far. Dougie's got a little bit of a choice, but this is actually wrong. I think. Why not escape? Why not escape 23 to 13 and then make the 3-point with 2? Okay, so that's what he's going to do now. It just took him a second to see it. Yeah, if he only has 3 checkers on the 8, then you should do it. So this is actually a little wrong with the 1. After your opponent rolls 5-5 in the opening, he has like a bit of an attacking posture, attacking and racing posture. Like he's up in the race and has like a low point as board mate and has a lot of checkers in the zone, ready to attack. So you're a little disincentivized to split. So I actually would have played 13 to 8, 6 to 5 there. Although actually I think Elizabeth's play is not too bad there because she's not down the race by that much. So it's possible she had a point. I just don't want to split into the attack there after an early 5-5 by my opponent. All right, so 5-4 by Dougie. Okay, he's going after her. Seems reasonable. Okay, nice shot by Elizabeth, who should hit and make the 4-point. This is much better than making the 1. And then she should be thinking about doubling a dance here. No, okay, Dougie rolls well, so no double. Okay. I'd probably play 13 to 11 here, although 8 to 6 isn't too bad. You know, this seems like better building power, better distribution in the outfield. This is a little safer, but I kind of like the extra builder. Okay, so now Elizabeth should be thinking about cubing this. Yes, especially, well, here, I think it's a pretty easy take, but yeah, that might have been enough to cube, given that. She's sort of attacking the back checkers pretty well. Okay, now she's down in the race, so I say the double's pretty questionable here. With the better structure and after having escaped both guys, it wouldn't have been crazy to cube that either. 3-1. Okay, don't play 8 to 4. That's too destructive on the home front. Yes, better to do something in the outfield there. Probably make the 10. Yeah, it's just you don't want those dead checkers. Like her checkers are sort of below the open points, which is going to make it sort of hard to fill in the position. Although 2-1 does it quite conveniently. This looks a little funny. He's saving a 6, but it's not really worth that much. Okay, I would just fill in the 5-point here, although it's 4 shots. But it seems like you get to cube most of Black's numbers that way. Here, I'm not sure she's going to have anything. Although if this is going to be like a decent cube anyways, then her checker play is like kind of okay. Okay, yes, okay. So now she's down in the race. This is okay. There's probably some slightly better stuff. It's not great to have. It's not particularly efficient when you're bearing in and it's just a race to have a checker on your 7-point. Because that checker might end up low. Generally, you want your checkers to sort of end up on the high points without any gaps. Like here, she should maybe actually play 6 to 5 to fill in that gap on the 5. Because if she starts bearing off, she still has that gap there. She's going to be forced to put a bunch of guys on her ace point, and that's going to lead to later wastage. Here, it doesn't matter what you do because it just should go double pass, which I'm sure Dougie will double, and I'm sure Elizabeth will pass down 20-22 or whatever. It's possible Dougie had a cube before then, but I wasn't paying too close attention to the race. Okay, white on roll. roll 6-3. Okay, let's see if she finds this. Okay, so it's 13-4 is the correct play because you want to fight for those good points out of the opening. You know, and black only has a 1-point board. So you play 13-4 hitting. Not only do you stop black from making that point, but you threaten to make it yourself. It's a little risky, but it's worth the risk with black only having a 1-point board. And there not being too much else to do there. This is a nice play, locking up the 10 points. Oh, Dougie gets to lock up 2 good points. This is excellent. And let's see, Elizabeth should be running, I believe. It's a little down in the race, which gives me a little pause, but I think maybe this isn't worth it, although it's not too bad maybe. Because black does have, yeah, actually maybe this isn't too bad, because black does have to give up his anchor to hit with an ace. And then she usually gets missed, and then she gets to fill in the point nicely. Yeah, this is okay. Although I think splitting maybe 24-20 does more, despite the rest. Yeah, I think Elizabeth is playing a little too safely, a little too gingerly. She's too afraid of being batted around when black only has this 1-point board. Yeah, I would double this as black and probably take as white. Okay, but Lydia, Elizabeth sees 2 traps, so she passes, okay. Yeah, the double seemed clearer than the take-pass decision there to me. Okay. Yeah, you could play 13-8 if you wanted, but the computer does this. Okay, so some sort of split play is called for, I believe. This probably isn't the right way to do it. Like, better than this would be 24-21. Going after the better anchor, although it would have got pointed on. There's another play where you play 13-11, 24-23, which might have been best. All right, 5-4. Dougie's just going to try to get out of there with the last checker, probably all the way. Although 13-8 is not too bad. Actually, it's maybe not a bad play against an opponent who's a little reluctant to hit loose. And 13-8 is quite a productive 5, so this is a real play. 6-3. I presume she's running 22-13. I don't know how this compares to like a hit play though. Okay, so Dougie's trying to get home. Up in the race a little bit. This seems appropriate. Yeah, I would just keep going. Get missed and they have an advantage. Yeah, I would run into sort of a bad race here. It's not a great plan because you're down a couple pips, but it's better than being back on the 20 and getting attacked there. Not really getting any good shots. Okay, 6-2. Yeah, this is fine. As long as she fills in checkers on her 4 and 5 points later, this should be fine. Like, Dougie's probably going to put 2 checkers on his 5 here, or at least 1 checker on his 5. Make sure he doesn't come in with a gap later. Yeah, I actually would probably put another guy in the 5 here. Oh, that's not too bad because Dougie's going to fill in. Dougie's going to put another guy in the 5 later. So this is a decent play by Elizabeth, getting a checker on the 5 point. Like here, he's going to play it to 5, fill in that semi gap. 2-2. Yeah, I would put at least 1 guy on the 4 point now. Like I would play like 7-5 squared, 6-4, and then one more. Like 8-4 would be good here. This is okay. Again, as long as she puts on checkers on the 4 point later, this should be okay. Like definitely 8-4 here. Yeah, see, I don't like this now. Now she's running out of time to get checkers on that 4 points. Although it doesn't look like it's going to matter again. Yeah, it doesn't matter again. Okay. Elizabeth with the ninth opening 6-5. Black on roll 5-2. Usually I like, actually the money book play here is actually to bring down the 2. Although at the score maybe there's a little bit more of an incentive to do this. 13 to 8, 20. Yeah, this looks pretty good. Trying to escape the back checker. Does not work. Ooh. Yeah, probably 6 to 5 is the best. I don't know actually. There's an argument for 8 to 7 because 6s and 4s hit on both sides of the board. Oh, nice shot here. Very nice. Nicely played. 6-6 by Doug. He gets to make the 10 and then go 20 to 8. That's pretty good. I would be thinking about doubling as Dougie, even though there's a bunch of holes in my position. This is final. The 6 to 5 might be slightly more accurate. Yeah, score is a little tricky. But the fact that Dougie is 4 away means that often he can be quite aggressive with the cube, even though he's winning the match by quite a bit. Yeah, Elizabeth's probably making the 3 here. Although 13 to 5 is definitely a candidate also. If she hits next turn, you want the 3-point locked up. Whereas if you're not hitting next turn, probably you want the 5-point slotted instead, so you can build up a better position. 4-3. Actually, if she slotted the 5 points, Dougie would probably volunteer a shot here to like clear one of the outfield points. But because Elizabeth locked up the 3-point, it means Dougie has to play a little gingerly. This is okay. The 7 to 5 might be a little more accurate to build up a quicker board. Here she's getting a few flies. 4-1. Oh, this looks really bad. It might have been a misclick there. Yeah, why not lock up this, at least the 7-point there, or slot the 5 and 4 points. Like it looks like maybe she was trying to play 13 to 9, 8 to 7, and then like click the checkers in the wrong order. And then I probably would have doubled that as black. Ugh, gross. Okay, so she's still down in the race by quite a bit. There's got to be something better than this. Putting the 5 checkers on the 3 like this. It looks like maybe 13 to 8 with 2 of them, 12 to 7, and then 1 more. Maybe you put one more guy on the 3 there. I don't really like making the ace point. I want to keep all those checkers alive for making the 7, 5, and 4 points. Definitely you got to stay all the way back. Maybe this isn't too bad, but because you are locking up a point and keeping the checkers mostly alive. But yeah, again, given the screwed up white front position, I would probably double this as Dougie. They rolled a pretty bad number. The 6 is forced, and I guess the 4 is pretty easy. I mean, she usually got a shot, so locking up that point sort of did pay dividends there. Probably 8 to 6 is a little better than 13 to 11 here. I guess punished. Well, this would have been a good shot the other way too. Oof. Okay, this is not too good to double, I believe. Dougie agrees. He's playing on for the gammon. The roll's a dud, which I assume he's going to play 14 to 6. Oh no, yeah, this looks odd to me. I don't want to leave gratuitous shots here. And it kills a checker. Yeah, I don't like that play. He's still too good because he danced, but I mean, I guess he's a little happy with his play, maybe, because he gets extra shots in the outfield. But I don't know. That looks suspicious to me. All right, now you just go for it. You hit twice, and then you can even probably double or play on maybe. I was thinking, okay, so you hit twice. Elizabeth rolls a 4-6. She still has 2 up on the roof, so you're still like too good to double. So why not just swing away here and go for it? Yeah, now you're giving her a chance to anchor. Yeah, I don't like this. 5-3. Okay, 1 shot, 4-4. Did not roll it. 4-2. I had a similar decision the other day. It's a lot fewer blot numbers to play 4 to 2. In fact, it's 0 blot numbers on the next roll. Although obviously problems down the line, and Dougie wanted the 5-point board, so they made the 4-point, which is pretty reasonable. Oh, shot 3. Where's the 3? Not like that. Well, it looks like it's going to be at least a gammon. Could possibly be a backgammon, but no, this is going to take a miracle. All right, off the backgammon, but not going to be gammon. Just going to be 5-zip. So 2 away, 7 away, which is how you want to think about the. These scores. Where black needs 2 points to win the match. White needs 7 points to win the match. So in other words, 5-0 and a 7 is the exact same score as 7-2 and a 9-point match. Okay, she locks up the 20-point. Yeah, probably a little better to play this on the home front. Oh, a lot of 5-3s by Elizabeth here, but she's making the 3 once again correctly. A lot of 5-5s by Dougie. Oof. Okay, it looks like it's well played, I believe. 5-4. You can bring 2 checkers down here very nicely. 6-6. Boy, I mean, 24 to 18 is sort of a productive 6, but if you do that, it plays a little awkwardly. Like, you don't get to lock up your 2-point, for instance, if you do that. Or you have to make some other concession. So probably Dougie's staying back on the 24. So he makes the 2-point with 2 of them, and then either makes the 1-point or plays 13 to 7 squared. Okay, so he gives up the midpoint, but he maintains like good structure in the outfield. Yeah, I'm not sure about that. It might have been better to make the ace and the 2. Okay, so actually Elizabeth could pretty reasonably cube this, given that there are some gammons here. She's down in the race huge, but obviously she's got, she doesn't have too hard a time containing that back checker, and obviously she's winning by. Well, let's see if she pulls the trigger here. Like, this would be a pretty strong cube now. Like, I don't even know if I want to take, given that technically there is some gammons here. So this would be a decent opportunity to send the cube. Yeah, once again. Yeah, like one way to think about it is if Elizabeth was playing black and she got doubled by white at this score, like, I don't think Elizabeth would be like super sure it was a take. So if that's the case, then maybe you should just send it and see what happens, Like, she might even pass this, right? So it's a pretty good indication. If you would pass it, it's a pretty good indication that it's a double from white's side here. All right, 5 west looks a little funny. You should maybe spread things out in the outfield. Okay, so let's make the 4 nicely. As long as you see it. Oh, he's making the 2. No, you definitely want to make the 6 prime there by making the 4. And then since you have 6 in a row, then you can like hit loose. You can hit on the 2-point without any danger because you got this nice 6 prime there. And actually, there it's better to hit and like win when you get missed, basically, rather than go into this possible race position where you're not doing that well. Yeah, better to stay back here. Although it might be double pass either way. But yeah, you stay back there with the 3-3 and hope not to get doubled. Okay, yeah, she's too far down in the race to take this. And actually, she should double right back to 4 now, even though she's losing. But she's got nothing to lose, right? She's got the opponent needs 2 points to win the match, and the cube's already on 2. So if white loses, she loses the match, right? So why not redouble it? If you happen to win, you get to win 4 instead. Doesn't matter whether you lose 4 points here or lose 2 points here. You're gonna lose the match. All right, well, Dougie brings this home. Yeah, looks like I'm playing Dougie now. So I'm gonna actually sign off now because I'm supposed to keep an open channel with my opponents. But yeah, maybe if I lose, I'll maybe back and commentate the finals or whatever. All right, well, thanks for watching. I'm going to sign off now, and I will see you next time.